Welcome to our program. Basically, this is a program that we want to be able to transform the thinking of our people so that people can be able to think big. We want people to become big, not average and not small. And you'll find that the difference between people who think big, the millionaires, etc., and the average people, or we call the middle class, and the small thinkers, that is the poverty bracket, poor people, we find that the difference between those three categories basically is the size of their thoughts. It is the words they use. You'll find that people who are big, they think big, and these people love ideas. Now, those who think big, the millionaires, etc., those people love ideas. Ideas about new creations, ideas that can change the world. And that is why when they focus on these ideas and develop those ideas, at the end of the day, they make products and services which you'll find that it can be able to be sold globally. And as a result of that, they make plenty of money, and that's why they are big. They are millionaires, they are billionaires, etc. So you'll find that ideas basically need, for them to be able to be mature, basically you start with thinking, the thought side of it. Now, thoughts themselves trigger emotions, and those emotions basically trigger behavior or changes or action, and action lead to results. Now, you find that those who think big, the millionaires, etc., these are people who love ideas. And these are people who love making things happen. That is their hobby. They get an idea, and then that idea, they follow it up with a possibility thinking mindset. As a result of that, they'll go through all the ups and downs, and they never give up. And as a result of that, they come up with a product. A typical example is somebody like Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb. We've read so much about him, we used to think he was mad with his experiments. Things were blowing up in his laboratory. But when he made the bulb, of course, he was the first person, of course, he made the money as a result of that. And then we have also people in whom we can give as example, people like Bill Gates, one of the richest people in the world. Bill Gates, in the early stages, he said he wanted to make a computer which even his grandmother can be able to use and understand how to use. And as a result of that, as a thought, as an idea, you can see where Bill Gates has reached now. Computer technology is advanced, and actually computers have become so easy to use. In fact, even your grandmother can be able to use the computer system. So he's somebody who makes things happen. So those who think big love ideas, and these ideas basically help them make things happen. And these things, they happen, they develop products and services which are consumed by who? By people who are in the average group and the people who are in the small group of people. Now, you'll find that actually we have a second group of people. This second group of people basically are people who watch things happen. Now, this group of people who watch things happen, we can call them the middle class. Now, this group of people are more or less interested in things. And which things are they interested in? You'll find that the things they're interested in are things which have been created by the group of people who make things happen, the millionaires. These are the people who, we said, develop things like computers, they develop motor vehicles, mobile phones, they'll develop movies for you to watch, they'll write books and develop books for you to read. As a result of that, you find that the second group of people, the average class of people, or the middle class themselves, we said, they like watching things happen. So as a result of that, you'll find that they're the ones who are the best customers for the first group. They'll watch the movies created by the Hollywood and Nollywood millionaires, and as a result of that, give them the money and make them make their profit. So you'll find that this group of people, basically, they fear ideas and developing ideas to become products. So that is left to those who love making things happen. And these are the people who love ideas. And they follow the ideas. They're possibility thinkers. They're not impossibility thinkers. They say, I can. And they are ready to follow through with the ideas until the products come to fruition. And as a result of that, they know they have a ready market. And which is that ready market? Is the middle class. These are people who love things. If they make good TVs, good radios, good vehicles, they know they have a ready market in the middle. They know they have the average group of people who can be able to buy these products so that they can make their money. And of course, we have the other last category. The other category, these are people who say what happens. You'll find that this category of people are more interested in discussing people. You'll find crowds of people collected together. They want to tell you what happened. They saw somebody who is average. He has bought a new car. He's bought a V8. So what will they say? They'll sit down. They want to discuss that as a subject. That this guy possibly he swindled some money somewhere. Or some people will say this person used some means. He went look for some powers elsewhere. That's how he acquired this property. They cannot believe that this person has purchased this thing. So as a result of that, they say they are clean people. Then they cannot get involved in what the middle class people have done. So you'll find them living in a life of poverty throughout their life. You find these people are not interested in ideas, neither are they interested in things. Now, you find that this group of people, the word, the thinking, the emotions they have cannot produce products or services that can help humanity. So you find that this kind of group of people lead a life of poverty. So you'll find that we have three categories. We have people who think big. These are the millionaires. We have average people, the middlemen, middle class people, sorry. And then we have the small men or the mediocrity class. These are people who basically watch things happen. They are more interested in discussing people. If you bring a topic to discuss somebody, backbite somebody, they are willing to stay, in fact, the whole day, because they're idle. They are not interested in ideas. If you bring a topic about an idea, something that you can do, something that can improve their life and make them millionaires, they'll run away. They do not want to listen to that. But bring the topic about somebody, they are ready to backbite, and they can spend the whole day discussing people. And as a result of that, what happens? Their pockets are empty. At the end of the day, they've sold nothing. They've only talked and discussed people. And they can tell all the latest information about people. Who did what with who, who was with who left who broke up with who's the latest girlfriend who did what. They are up to date with that. But if we went to somebody who thinks big, you go to the millionaires, ask them who broke with who is with who. They do not know what you're talking about. Then they want to discuss ideas with you. And then if you go to the second, the average, the middle class people, they are not interested in those ideas. What they're interested in are things. They want things which look flashy, things that has been produced by the big. They want things which are big so that when they acquire them, they feel they're also no different from the big people. But those products they're using are basically made by the big people. And you may find that even those big people do not use those products themselves. You may find those who make the movies, they don't even watch them much. But you'll find that the middle class really watch movies. They can watch so many movies per week. But if you go to the person who created them, the group that thinks big themselves, ask them how many movies do they watch per week. They say they don't have the time to watch those things. They watch one or so. But why? Because they're more focused on ideas. They're looking for the next idea, for the next movie, so that they can create the next movie and put money in their pocket.